Hello, welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shante Roddy coming on today. Happy Friday with a stimulus update and news report. Breaking news for all of us that are out here, entrepreneurs and small business owners. Again, come on in, drop a hello. Let me know who you are, where you're hailing from, because we have some exciting news for you. There's a lot of updates that I say that are coming every single day. There's something new that you need to be aware of, so that you can have a financial lifeline for yourselves, your families, and your businesses. So I want to make sure all of you all can hear me and see me. Let me know out there as you're joining in that you can hear me clearly. Want to make sure you all don't miss any information. Do ask your questions while I am on live. I just got finished with some meetings, very productive meetings. So I have a little bit of time to stay on and answer your questions that you have regarding a lot of the programs that are out here. I know a lot of you are putting in applications and anticipating on applying for a lot of the relief that is out here, stimulus, grants, loans, and so forth. So I'm here to be able to help with that. Do give this a thumbs up where you are. If you're watching from YouTube, help us to get to 20K subscribers. If you have not subscribed already, we appreciate you subscribing to our channel. If you find value in our content, thank you to all of you all that are out there that constantly support us every single day, that share our content, because there are still literally, this is no joke, millions of entrepreneurs and small business owners that have no clue about the information that I've been sharing with you all that has been helpful for you to be able to stay in business, reopen your business, pivot your business, and scale your business. They still don't know. And so many businesses are still on the verge of closing, still on the verge of giving up. I hear this every single day. So I really need this information to get to as many of you entrepreneurs and small business owners as possible. Do hit that notification button if you want to be notified every time that we go live. Do tag in any entrepreneur, small business owner that you believe can benefit from this information. Do share out this video and do share out this channel. So there are so many updates. If you don't know, we're right now working under a $900 billion stimulus, okay, that passed in late December. So there's a lot of programs that have been rolled out, are continually being rolled out under that program. So I'm going to talk about that. But I'm going to start out with the American Rescue Plan. This is President Biden's plan. It is a $1.9 trillion relief bill that has already passed the House. And guess what? Vice President Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote to advance this bill in the Senate. So they are well on their way to meet the deadline, the March 14th deadline, to get this bill passed, because that's an important deadline. That's when the stimulus we're actually working under is set to expire. That's when those that are on unemployment, those benefits will expire again. And so they don't want the benefits to expire, and then there'd be that gap of time where the American people, the millions that are still unemployed, don't have access to their benefits. So they want to make sure that there's no break in that. Again, they're well on their way. One thing that I can say, this is something that the American people have been calling for. However, is as much as President Biden wanted this to be a bipartisan initiative between the congressional representatives, we have found that it has not really been. So basically the Democrats, because they control the Senate and the House, have been able to push this forward, okay, without necessarily the support of the Republicans. So we found, even though Vice President Kamala advanced the bill, there are some Republicans that are trying to stall, delay from them being able to expedite it. But even with that, they believe that they can still get it done. One of the things that they did, I believe it's Senator Ron Johnson, who made the Senate clerk read out loud the 628-page bill. Okay, so I talked about this bill the other day and all of the great benefits that are in it. So definitely do check out our previous videos. But that is one of the things that they did, trying to again hold like a 20-hour debate, stay on the floor as long as possible to create delays. But even with that, they believe that they can advance this bill forward, get it passed, and get it on the president's desk. So that is something that we're monitoring to make sure that that does happen. Okay, so there's so much benefit in the stimulus package. One of the things that they did change because there had one version in the House bill that did not necessarily wind up in the Senate and did not pass. So one of those things is the $15 gradual minimum wage increase to $15 an hour by 2025. That was removed. So Senator Bernie Sanders is one of the proponents of that, and is looking towards possibly admitting an amendment to the bill to include that. Okay, so I want to let you know right now that is not in the bill that passed. Also, there have been some changes to the stimulus checks. So I definitely want to walk through the stimulus checks with you. Okay, so I believe this will be the third one that we received. This is a $1,400 check. And so for a lot of the families out there, a lot of you would be getting, I think, just short of $6,000 if you receive the maximum benefit, right? If you have children, if you're married with a spouse. However, this will apply to you. So you can get the $1,400 stimulus check if your income is less than $75,000 for individuals, couples, if your income is less than $160,000. There will be no money for individuals earning $80,000 or more, or for couples that earn more than that earn more than $160,000. So this is changed from the previous cutoff, which was $100,000 for individual, which it was cut off at because it was phased, right? You still could get it, and then they phased it out. Well, they changed that. So previously it was $100K, and then if you were married, it was $200K. So that is no longer. So again, if you earn less than $75K, if you're an individual, and if you're a couple filing joint, $160K, you will qualify for this. So what does that mean? That means that some people that received the stimulus check before will not receive it this time. That means approximately 17 million fewer Americans will get a stimulus check payment. These stimulus check or economic impact payments are what they call them. These are one-time payments, checks, either deposited, you got into your deposit into your account, which is the quickest way to get a deposit. And then some others received a stimulus check, the check in the mail, or a debit card. I know one of my relatives just said, yes, I think the other day they just got it in the mail. So they've been waiting for a while. But I think like a week ago that the IRS had announced they sent out all the payments. But they still could take a couple of weeks for it actually to land in your account or in your mailbox, and to make sure that you're checking for the white envelope that they said that they will be sending those checks in. And then also, if for these stimulus checks that have already gone out, if you didn't get yours, then you can still file your taxes and get the credit on your tax returns. Okay, so I can't say enough how important it is for all of us to be filing our tax returns. That's where you're going to get a lot of the credits that you may be potentially entitled to. Just some more things that you can expect in the American Rescue Plan. This is again, $1.9 trillion plan is unemployment. They also kept the bill to include unemployment extension and the add-on benefit at $400. There could be a proposed amendment to bring that down to $300. We shall see. That's where it is right now. So right now, if you're on unemployment, you're getting, in addition to your regular benefit, you're getting an additional $300 per week in benefits. Okay. So unemployment extensions on the eviction moratorium, extensions on the student loan moratoriums. There's a lot of funding for small businesses that's coming. I went through a whole list. Like if you didn't see my video the other day that I did on 10 multi-billion-dollar grant programs, COVID and non-COVID related for small business. I highly recommend you go check out that video. There is so much money that is being flooded to small businesses. But again, if you don't know about it, you can't apply. If you don't know that you qualify, you can't apply. You can't get any money if you don't shoot your shot and apply for the programs that are out here. There's a number of new programs, number of improvements to existing programs that have been expanded that you need to be aware of as well. So under the American Rescue Plan, there's additional funding coming for child care providers, $39 billion, additional $15 billion for targeted EIDL grants. We already know that SBA has been sending out letters, your emails you have been getting them, and you've been applying for your full $10,000 grant or the balance thereof, where more money is coming on the way. If you have not checked out that video on EIDL, I have an entire playlist for EIDL, entire playlist for the Paycheck Protection Program. But if you haven't seen that video, you have an opportunity, again, depending on if you meet the qualifications, to get up to a total of $15,000 in targeted EIDL grants. Because in this new bill, not only are they adding on the $15 billion, but they're adding on a supplement, a $5,000 supplement. So I have a video on that program and what you can expect and how to get ready to be able to receive it, again, once they roll that out. Right now, the targeted EIDL is already open. The loan program has been extended to December 31st, 2021. The grant program is only available to those who applied on or before December 27th, but that's millions of us that did, okay? So whether you receive partial or you didn't receive any money because they ran out of funding, it doesn't matter if you were denied or approved. That has no relevance on if you get the grant or not. But if you meet that criteria, you're in a low income area, 300 or less employees, and can show a decrease in 2020 revenues in an 8-week period compared to the same period in 2019. Well, guess what? You getting $10,000, and then you can potentially qualify for the $5,000. So go watch that video to learn more about how you can get up to the $15,000 under the new program. There's also a restaurant revitalization grant. I believe that grant is $25 billion. I did a video specifically, again, on the 10 government grants that's included in there. In my last stimulus update, I went through every type of food business, and it covers a wide range of food businesses. So it's not just restaurants. If you have a little food trolley, if you have a food truck, if you're a caterer, I mean, it's a long list of those that qualify. So if you're in the food business, I highly recommend that you check out that video, get ready for that $35 billion program that is coming forward. They're also going to be adding $7 billion more to the Paycheck Protection Program, which again is one of their most popular programs that is administered by the SBA. That's what we're operating under right now. The President Biden implemented new changes that went in effect this week. On Wednesday, I did a live on it. Do go check out that video. We're operating right now under the $284 billion program, for which over $100 billion in applications have already been approved. You have an opportunity to apply for first draw and second draw, depending, if you were not funded for Paycheck Protection, you apply for the first draw. If you have received funds, you apply for your second draw. One thing that they clarified with the SBA's announcement in their release of the interim rules that I covered yesterday, is that if you get your first draw, you have to wait 8 weeks upon approval to apply for a second draw. Now that it presents an issue with it being that even though they're extending the amount of money for the program, they have not extended the actual expiration date, which is March 31st, which is around the corner. So there is a call by lenders and other industry advocates, small business owners, to extend that deadline. I want them to extend it because this will be, with the changes that have been made, this is the first time that I would have qualified for the program. And so I definitely want to apply for round one, and I want to apply for another round. And what we're doing is once they release the interim rule on the Federal Register, so go to the video, you will see go to the Federal Register website and put in the document number that I provided and put comments on that interim final rule. That again, that is you using your voice and your power to help get more changes. Okay, so even though with the changes for self-employed, okay, all of you self-employed people, gig workers, independent contractors that are out there, solopreneurs, self-employed, whatever you call yourselves, you can now potentially qualify for funding under the Forgivable Loan Program and have 100% of your loan forgiven and not have any employees, right? So they changed the calculation. So before, a lot of us did not qualify because your net income was zero. Now they're giving you the option. You can apply using your net income or your gross income using line 7, which I said you definitely want to use line 7. That's going to have more income for you. And you can base your loan calculation on that number. So you're going to go to line 7 on your Schedule C form. You need to have a Schedule C form. Now, people have asked me too, if you're a nonprofit or you file 1120 form, you need to provide the information based on whatever your tax filing status is. This is just information because most self-employed people use Schedule C to file their taxes. That is where you note your business income. That doesn't mean that if you are another type of business or you have employees that you can't use whatever they say based on your business type. Documentations that you need to provide. So you will need to provide tax returns, bank statements, invoices, and other documents that they request of you. Someone just notified me of a form. I can't remember what form it is, but it was basically asking them to calculate the maximum amount, right? So the maximum you can get, whether it's owner compensation you're calculating or employee payroll, W-2 payroll, is $100,000 is the earnings cap. Okay. The amount that you can get forgiven or submit as a loan to be forgiven is $20,833.33. Okay. In my previous video, I break all of that down for you. So it doesn't matter what you earn. If you earn above that, you can only calculate based on $100,000 or less. So use that line. If it's greater than 100, cap it at 100. If it's lower, then just use that amount. So we're really pushing them to even increase it further than what they've already done, because I don't think 2.5 months is enough. Because again, you're going to take your average monthly payroll divided by 12 months. That's how you take your earnings divided by 12 months. That's how you get your average monthly payroll. Then you're going to times it by 2.5 months. Okay. Or if you are in the food industry, industry code 72, you're going to times it by 3.5 months. I think it should be at least 6 months at this point, because we're into a year at this point where we've been impacted by the pandemic. So we're really pushing for that. That's where you can put your comments on the Federal Register and let them know, like, this is still like not enough. Like, you really need more to be able to sustain your business. That's where you can put those comments in, or other changes that you would like to see regarding the program. So again, this is Paycheck Protection Program. Forgivable loan can get 100% forgiveness of this loan. We're right now under the exclusive period for all of those that have 20 employees or less. They are only processing your application. So they're giving you this window of time to get your applications in, to get approved and get funded. They're not processing anyone else's application if they don't fit into that category. This extends until March the 9th. So you have until March the 9th. So on Wednesday, that's when they released the information about the new calculation. So I said, wait a couple of days, but I'm hearing that some lenders are already acknowledge the updates in the rules and the guidelines, but it depends on the lender and how long it takes. If you apply before the change in methodology and how they calculate, you cannot go back and request an increase on that. I'm sorry, or an adjustment. In the rules, it says that you cannot do that at this time. Don't know if they may change that. If you want them to do that, you can fight for it. Again, put your comments on the interim final rule. But right now, you cannot backdate it or get an adjustment or additional increase if you were already approved prior to the change on Wednesday. That's when it became effective. Okay. So right now, you can start applying. So we're accepting applications through DAC. You can go through your lender, PayPal, Square, Cabbage, Lendio, Divvy. There's so many SBA approved lenders right now. Even my own bank, Huntington, is accepting applications. But make sure that they have all the updates for the new calculation so that when you're submitting your information based on your gross, you're going to get approved. Okay. So if you have a relationship with your bank or your credit union, whoever you're going through, reach out to them and ask them, have they heard? Are they ready? Can you submit your application and use the calculation of your gross income? Because that's what you want to do. If you are on here, you know, entrepreneurs, small business owners, please tell them about these programs. If you have a group, if you oversee like a Facebook group, LinkedIn group, or some type of community on Meetup or wherever it is, you have a network, a business center of entrepreneurs, there's no reason why you shouldn't be sharing this information with them. There's just too many, especially minority and women businesses that are most impacted that have no clue that these programs exist or that they even qualify, because early on, you know, they did not qualify for the program. So again, they wouldn't come back and revisit it unless somebody say, hey, you know, they changed the rules. You might want to take a look at this and apply. This is free money. I don't care how much it is. It's free money calculated with all these different programs. Someone asked me the other day, how did I come up with saying you should be able to get a minimum of $100,000? Just go to the video where I talk about just the 10 government grants, multi-billion dollars, each of them. We're not talking about state grants, county grants, city grants. We're not talking about all the national grants. We're not talking about all the national, international pitch competitions that's going on where you can win free money for your business. Grants that I'm applying for every single day. There's no reason why you can't get $100,000. Some of these new grant programs are up to $10 million per business. The child care provider grant is up to $10 million. The restaurant revitalization grant that's coming is up to $10 million. The shuttered venue operators grant is up to $10 million. So you tell me why you can't get at least $100,000. Why can't you? If you're applying for PPP and you're applying for the targeted EIDL grant, why can't you get $100,000? Please tell me. There's no reason. If I've been able to do it and my peers have been able to do it, you can do it too. The only thing that's different about us is that we've been using tools that are out there. You don't need a grant writer. You don't need any lengthy proposal. What you need is our grant tracker. That's your starting point to go to the list of free list of grants, pitch competitions, and other funding for your business, and then get our cheat sheet, get our Masterclass, Win Grants with Ease Masterclass, a bundle that is going to help you win grants with ease. It's going to set you up for success so that you know what to do, what to write, what to say, what documents to submit, and what's going to set you apart from everyone else that applying, because these grants, yes, they are competitive and they're time sensitive. So there's simple things that you can do to increase your chances of winning grants. Just the other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact, someone wrote to me and said that they were writing me about the Paycheck Protection Program, said that they missed out on the targeted EIDLs. Why? It wasn't something super complicated. They simply did not check their spam folder. That's why I talk about it in every video, how important it is to check your inboxes, because I know you all aren't doing it. And you're missing important information, important opportunities. And these grantors are not going to wait. They're time sensitive. They're going to be on to the next one. Most of these programs are first come, first serve, or first to provide all of their accurate information. And if you don't, they move on to the next person who does. That's just how it goes, because there's limited funding. Yes, it's a lot of funding, but there are a lot of people applying, and the funding does run out, as we've seen before. That's why the Paycheck Protection Program has been extended and funded multiple times, and so has the EIDL program. Okay. So the money is out there for you. There is actually again, advocates a big push right now to change it where if you apply for the shuttered venue operators grant, that you can also get the Paycheck Protection Program funding. Right now, you cannot get both. You cannot get Paycheck Protection Program loan after December 27, 2020. So if you got it before, you can apply for the shutter venue operators grant. If you did not and you're applying after that date, you can't. But there's a big push to allow you to be able to apply for both. Why? What they're saying is while they're waiting on the SBA to get this program up and running for the shutter venues, you can be utilized in the Paycheck Protection Program funding to keep alive, keep your business in a good place while you're waiting to get that other funding. So again, these are different things that we're pushing for. Many improvements have came since the initial programs have been rolled out, and many more changes I'm sure will come as we continue to use our voices and advocate for small businesses. So again, there's a lot of funding that's out there, a lot of programs, a lot for even for your family that you can see that will be coming once this new bill passes. More relief, rent relief, mortgage relief, utility relief that you can apply for, even at your states right now. I mentioned the child care grants, but there's a lot of states that's giving grants for child care providers, restaurateurs, salonists, national programs. I just announced yesterday, Visa in partnership with iFund Women is giving grants out to Black women entrepreneurs, $10,000 in 6 key cities. There's 6 key cities that are really recurring, that are getting a lot of the grant funding. If you live in those cities and you don't know about these grants and you're not applying, I don't know what to tell you. So you have to get on it. Go to the grant tracker on our website at www.shebosstalk.com. Thank you so much, Sharon Paulium, for your super sticker. Just want to let you all know that we do have a new feature, super stickers and super chats here on YouTube live. We do use that funding that you spend here to do a super chat or super sticker. That goes towards our She Boss Up grant fund. We're so excited that we were able in 2020 to provide grants to 12 women in business. We want to provide grants to many more women in business, and we look to forward to opening up our grant applications in second quarter of 2021. So definitely look out for that. If you're not already on our email list, get on our email list, sign up for that, because we give a lot to our community, not just grants. We give a lot of great things. We did something, had a pitch competition, gave away money and rewards for to Black-owned businesses. We're celebrating Women's History Month this month in March. So we're doing another contest to really show our support and to celebrate women in business as well. So we're always coming up with ways to support entrepreneurs and small business owners. So again, we appreciate you. I will go through here. There's so many updates. Those are the main updates. Plenty of funding that is here, available to apply for. Many more that is on the way. Just checking here for any questions here. Someone is saying that their credit union is no longer taking applications. She applied but is unable to submit documents. Move on to the next. If your bank or credit union is not accepting applications, apply with someone else. You can apply with multiple lenders for the Paycheck Protection Program. You are not restricted on how many you can apply for. You are restricted on how many you can get funded by. You can only get funded by one. So apply to a few, see which one you get approved for, then sign the loan documents and get your deposit. Again, some things to know. If you don't have a business bank account, get one. Okay, they're easy to get. You need to have one or you're going to miss out on a lot of these opportunities. Get your tax read. We're in tax season. Complete your tax returns. If you need to correct your taxes, do them. And I'm talking 2018, 19, 20, because with these programs, you may be asked to provide tax returns as far back as 3 or 4 years. Okay, you can request a transcript. That is what the SBA is asking for all of you all that are applying for the targeted EIDL. They're giving you that tax transcript request form. You should use that same form 4506T to request on your own behalf. If you do not have copies, you need to have these on hand, because you're going to be asked for them for every type of funding that you're trying to go after, whether they ask for it up front or on the back end, they're going to ask for it. And if you don't have it, you're going to miss out on the funding. I mean, that you're just going to miss out on the funding. I don't want you all to miss out on it. If you need a referral for accountants, payroll, taxes, please shoot me an email at hello@shebosstalk.com. Okay. Someone here is saying they use the regular Schedule C. I'm required to use the same Schedule C for my tax. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. If you have not filed your taxes, so if you were like not in business in 2019, you were in business 2020, you haven't filed yet, you can still use the form. All the tax forms are available on irs.gov on their website. Just search the form that they're asking you for, and you can fill it out. Okay, even if you haven't actually submitted it or filed it with the IRS, you can still fill out the information. Okay. Let me see. What will happen with the earned income tax credit if you already filed your taxes? Would I get an additional $2,600? You may, because I just read an article. They really broke it down. Some of you, if you have children and you're married, you all may be in for a big windfall. Not just the stimulus checks. Okay, so everybody's getting $1,400, including adult children. That wasn't the case the last time. Then you have expanded earned income credit. We won't actually know till the bill is finalized and signed into law, and then they clarify how that will work. There's also, in addition to the earned income credit increase, there's an increase to the child credits. Okay, I believe it's $3,600 for children under 6 and $3,000 for children above 6, right? 6 to 18, I believe it is. And they're thinking about the Treasury sending you monthly payments, starting possibly like in July, to account for those credits instead of a one-time annual payment. Again, to put more money into the household, to better fuel the economy, make sure that you can pay your bills, take care of your family. So again, add that up. I mean, just use a calculator, use your smartphone, and add up the money that you could be getting. And what are you going to use it for? Whether it's relief for your family, what is your need right now? What is your urgent need that you can use this money for? In your business, what is the urgent need that you can use grant money for your business? So there's relief for you in your personal, then there's grants, business grants for your business operational costs, expenses, improvements. Every program is different. They will clearly outline what is required, what you can spend the money on. I covered that also yesterday in my live video. So you definitely want to make sure you're using money for what is intended. Hi, is it Sahasha Key? I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Should all banks be in effect with the updated calculation? Eventually. So you have to give the lenders time to read through the information. It was just released on Wednesday. So I think I'm going to wait to apply maybe over the weekend, maybe Monday. But I'm gonna give it a few days. But I think regardless if they're ready or not, I think again, even as long as you weren't approved before the effective date, if you get approved after that, it should be based on the revised calculations. So, I mean, you don't even have to wait again. So there's some lenders that are already ready, and they said they're ready to receive your application. So if they're ready, go ahead and apply. Okay. All right. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Friday. I'm going to keep it short today. There's so much information for you guys to know. So really take the time over the weekend, make getting money, free money, your priority. in your business. I make it a priority every single day to give free money for my business, and I'm excited about it. I'm not ashamed about it. I've helped so many entrepreneurs get money for their businesses and be able to see the transformation and the impact that I'm making. I love to hear your testimonial stories. So please do continue to share them either in the comments or shoot us an email. We love to share them all the time. People ask all the time, is this real? Can I really get money from my business? Is there really money out there? And your testimonials show that this is real, that there are businesses that are getting money for their business. And it's not anything again special with us. I just created the tools to really help you all overcome the challenges that I saw that you all were experiencing that was keeping money out of your pockets. So the money is here. Go after it. We will be updating our grant tracker between today and tomorrow. So you can check for that information. And before that, you can check our videos and see the grants that are available as well. Again, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Do give this a thumbs up. Drop a comment. Let us know who you are. Do tag a person, a friend, a peer. Let them know that you got their back. You're a champion. You're supporting them. You want to see them succeed in business. Do share out this video and share our channel as well. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Continue to be the boss with amplified impact and continue to stay safe and in good health. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.